only a new, again, a very brief story of space ethics. You know, if you try to make the story of the idea of the expression of space ethics, it's very difficult to find something before 80s or 90s. Only a few examples before. In fact, all the things arrive, or the beginning arrive at the end of 90s, when two space agencies, the French and the European agencies, decide to make something in the perspective of ethical reflection. The ethical reflection in the space domain is older, especially in bioethics, 20 years ago or 25 years ago. I mean, as official interest. In space, that was the case. We are waiting till the end of the century to be engaged in this sort of reflection. And what arrived is that this story for the French Space Agency, this story of the introduction of space ethics, is not arriving, but is introduction. Yes, is made with a priest, which is very strange. And sometimes in your country, when people discover that I am in charge of ethics, the space agency, they say, oh yes, it's logical. It's logical. You are the manager of the space agency said one time it's necessary to make ethics, and they ask a priest to do that. No, it proves your American logic. It's not the French logic. I remember something like 8 or 9 years ago, I take part, it was the first time I took part to an international space or astronautical meeting in Torino, Italy. And I was with people from French Space Agency, from American Space Agency, from the NASA, and everybody know who I am. I mean that I was priest, I am priest. And it was very comic because American people say me father, yes, and French people say me monsieur, sir. And okay, that's clear. When I work in my office, in the agency, I'm not Father Arnould. I am Sir, Mr. Arnould, okay? And I have to manage this point with, and I have to be very careful with that. But at the same time, people don't refuse to introduce the religious dimension of my reflection in the global reflection. You have this example. And I sometimes give interview in newspaper or this sort of occasion. And you have a press review each day or each week, giving all the article of newspaper speaking of my agency, of the space agency. And if I arrive as Dominican concerning, I don't know, the relation between science and faith or space research and religion, I am the newspaper review.